I mean, you have to put it in context. It symbolically is a huge deal for the Obama administration's efforts to reform government contracting. Given that the Department of Defense is the largest consumer of goods and services from outside the government, efforts to reform contracting in some ways have to start there if you want to have major impact. And the F-22 has been a signature acquisition that many critics point to as flawed. And so derailing the effort to acquire essentially more planes than people thought the Air Force needed is a major first step. It's not a solution to the DoD's problems by any means, but it's certainly an important, critical first step to build political and public momentum towards efforts to reform government contracting. The Obama administration would like to see the use of more fixed price contracts in which basically the costs are set at the time that the handshake is undertaken. That has essentially been portrayed in most outlets as there will be no more sole source contracting and we will only use fixed price contracting. That, given the complexity of the stuff that the government buys, is probably a bad idea. My own personal concerns are the speed at which they hope to accomplish providing that guidance. The federal government is an incredibly complex organization or entity, and to be able to provide guidance to all the different agencies for all the different stuff they buy is a significant undertaking. And the current deadline is September. My concern is that guidance will be rushed. Again, I think the major flaw or potential flaw is the speed at which they hope to do this, particularly given all the other challenges that the Obama administration is facing, from the economy to wars to an auto bailout. They got a lot on their plate right now. If Obama is successful in reforming big agencies like the Department of Defense in their acquisition practices, we could see lower costs and better performance. But the levels of savings and performance that have perhaps been promised are maybe unrealistic.